and gentlemen, well, I would like to refer to you on the proposition and opposition side a question that has come to mind. What is more important, personal liberty or security? The proposition side has stated many times that we believe that security is more important than having liberty. Yes, we agree we should all have liberties. We're not taking them away, but we are saying that it is justifiable and it is essential and necessary that we make certain sacrifices, and that yes, sometimes we may have more liberty, less liberty, because we want more and better security. As David says on the proposition side, how are we supposed to have liberty and have more liberty if there is no security and if things fall out of hand? Would there be any order? Would people be satisfied? Would people want to feel free if they're going to be in a violent place or where people are attacking? Well, going on to the no, thank you. The opposition side talked about three main arguments. They had liberties are more important than security, which we completely disagree. That the flaws with reducing terrorism and associating discrimination. The first speaker on the opposition side said that we should not assume who is a terrorist or who is carrying drugs, but we believe it is better to risk and profile certain people than to have the risk of less security and somebody bombing or destroying an airplane, a train, or a bus, because we believe it is necessary to risk to be able to have more and better security. Yes, sir?
No, what we are saying today is that we shouldn't assume, and we should actually take care about all the passengers, research about, take a look at their baggages, and actually take a look at all of them.
Yes, in airports today, there are protects that fly in international or national flights. You have to arrive 2 or 3 hours beforehand because you know about these security checks. People are fully checked. What we are saying is that yes, there will be cases that added checks will be necessary because of behavioral and the certain profiles that we have. The first speaker also said that the mechanism added to security will not be successful. But what would you rather do? Would you rather not take these methods and just let everyone fall out of hand, and because we don't want to stereotype certain people, then we should let everyone walk their way and risk the security that we are looking for? No, we will not. You said that the proposition side will be undermining liberties. We will not be taking these away. Yes, they may be less in these situations because, as we said, it is necessary. It is necessary because we want more and better security, because we want to feel safe. If I'm interrogated, or I think that 5 minutes of my time won't be a bad thing if I know that this airport is doing it for a good cause and for good reasons, because they have them. If somebody is acting in a calm way, in a relaxed way, maybe you're not going to feel as bad because you know you have nothing to hide, and they're not going to take your time away from you. And even if they're going to take that time away from you, it's not going to be for a bad. It is not going to be for a bad cause, and it is not going to harm you. Just a little bit of time is better than to have no time taking into these added security and letting it go out of hand. No, thank you. You also talked about that there is no exception, that there are exceptions to rules, and no foundation because it is irrational to take these liberties away, and that it is irrational, that it is irrational to be able to reduce systems. But would you rather risk a passenger's life than take these irrational, as you call them, methods to be able to have better and more security? Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is the rationale behind saying, as David said, that the traits inherited fundamental terrorists?
We're not saying that, well, we don't care if it's rational or irrational, because in the end, it is better and it is more beneficial to have these to prevent and have safer risks than to be able to put somebody into place and risk somebody's life because we didn't want to take these methods. The second speaker talked about a lot of associating discrimination, and he talked about how by spending more time in the airports and adding security, it will increase resources, it will have to take more time, and maybe it will increase it a little bit, but in the end, it will be better. It will be more beneficial. It is better to risk and pay a little more to be able to have these safe ways exist, then they were rather not effective. Yes, sir.
How many terrorist attacks have been prevented with the $7 billion that has been spent in the United States for this program?
Well, I don't know exactly how many terrorist attacks that they have prevented, but yes, they have. For example, in England, not recently, there was a terrorist attack prevented because of a behavior analysis. And because of this, we prevented an attack, we prevented an explosion. And as you can see, the second speaker also said no thank you. The second speaker said that it will increase discrimination and that people will be angry if their time is taken away from them in the airport. Well, yes, they might get a little angry because of 10 minutes or 20 minutes away, but if they act in a very suspicious or bad way, I think it is better for a government and somebody in another country or in their own country to feel more protected and to feel safer because these measures are being taken and are being put into place. And you also said that it will not be efficient, but is it better to do absolutely nothing than to take these measures? Would you rather stand still and let terrorists and drug users and illegal immigrants to do these things, to take these illegal measures, or to risk somebody's security, than do nothing, than to rather risk somebody's life, so thank you, and to maybe yes, because of somebody's behavior or because of somebody's profile, that it will reduce it, and because of it, this will create more efficient security, which is what we are achieving, and this is what we want to do. And also, in Israel, you talked about how it is the safest airport, and it did violate some liberties, and it is excessive. But since 1973, Israel has stopped several bomb attacks thanks to these measures. Thanks to these measures, it has reduced, and you clearly stated it, because we do have to take these measures to be able to have more and better security, because we believe that security is more important than your liberties. Yes, we do agree that we should have liberties, but to be able to have these liberties, we need to have more security, because we don't want to be in a free in a liberty place. If we're going to be dead, as David said, or if we're not even going to be alive to be able to experience things if we're not even going to feel safe. And yes, and we believe that in the long term, we believe that spending this time will be successful, and spending more time, yes, it might take a little time of your life, but in the long term and in the short term, it might actually save your life, or you might actually feel safe anywhere you go, which is what we want to achieve.